Okay, it's time to learn something you're going to hear you won't hear on the news or anywhere else on the internet because other people don't know this stuff. This is what I do. We're talking about the United States, Iran, and Israel, and oil and gas prices. Right now, there's a whole bunch of people sitting in a great big room at Lloyd's of London. And they also have people tied in, like through Zoom meetings, teleconference, whatever. And they're all trying to figure out what the new war premium assessment's going to be. Yes, the war premium. It's what insurance companies charge tankers to travel around the world during times of war. Now, if I had to guess based on the current situation, my guess would be that the war premium is going to be 5% to start. And if it escalates, it'll go from there. What that means is if you have a ship that carries oil that's worth $100 million, I'm not talking about the oil being worth $100 million, I'm talking about the ship being worth $100 million, the hull being worth $100 million. If that's what you have and there's a 5% war premium, that means you have to pay $5 million to transfer a tanker load of oil. Yes. And what they do is they take that $5 million and they amortize it, they spread it out over the oil on the ship. So if the ship has a capacity of 1 million barrels and they put that $5 million evenly over the capacity or the load of the ship, then that adds $5 per barrel to the oil on that ship. Oh, and another thing, there's going to be an exclusion. Yeah, they do exclude extremely dangerous areas like the Strait of Hormuz will be excluded. And what that means is Lloyd's of London is going to say, we'll have to go find you some insurance from someone crazy enough to insure your oil. That's going to be an additional charge. So right now, as we speak, the cost of oil, shipping oil, specifically in the Middle East, but let's be honest, the vast majority of oil tankers in the world at some point go to the Middle East. Just the cost of shipping oil is about to just go through the roof. That's going to affect the cost of oil. Oh, California, by the way, your number one import is oil. And the place your number one import comes from is Iraq. And you don't get any oil out of Iraq if you can't go through the Strait of Hormuz. What I'm saying is, if they effectively shut down the Strait of Hormuz, you're not getting any of your number one import. That's gone. You're going to have to find oil somewhere else. And that's a lot of your oil. So what does Iran have to do to shut down the Strait of Hormuz? They actually don't have to do near as much as you probably think. This is not a military victory. This is not some physical military victory they have to achieve. The only thing they have to do is create enough fear and chaos that shipping companies just refuse to pass. That's it. They don't have to win. They just have to make it too dangerous. Because if some company has 2 million barrels of oil in a tanker that's worth $150 million, guess what? They're not going through the Strait of Hormuz if there's any chance that thing's going to be sunk. They'll park that thing and they'll pay for tanker storage for months before they send that and risk losing that $150 million. That's a thing. So they don't have to close down the Strait of Hormuz. They just have to effectively close it down by getting people so scared they refuse to haul their oil through there. That would likely result in a partial shutdown where some companies still do it, some companies don't. Now, one question I've been getting a lot, regardless of what happens in the Strait of Hormuz, the United States, except for maybe California, we will have plenty of oil and gas. We're not going to have any shortages. We may pay significantly more for it, but there's not any chance for us to run out. We may have to stop exporting our oil altogether and keep it here and just rely on Canada and Mexico to pick up the slack, but we'll be fine. People keep asking me, what's the price of oil going to be tomorrow? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. The good thing is, since the U.S. hit Iran on Saturday, it gives traders a full day to absorb sort of the shock of it. And so the thought process is that kind of reduces a huge shock in the market. The bad thing about that extra day is that it gives them an extra day to continue bombing each other. Yeah. And we have an entire day left until Monday comes. We have all day Sunday, and this is a very fluid thing. Something could happen in the next 5 minutes to make this a lot worse or a lot better. So, oil's going to go up. How much? Well, that depends on what happens today. Yeah. Thanks.